We live. We live, brother. We good. We good to go. What you got? Oh, no, 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 no. I ain't finished yet. Mm-mm. A shalom to Israel. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Aladan Bahashem, Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been teaching the truth of the Bible, and that truth includes the fact that so-called blacks, so-called Latinos or Hispanics, and so-called First Nation or Native Indian people are the true Jews, the Israelites, God's chosen people, the future rulers of the planet Earth, according to the Bible, right? The ISUPK has been and always will be the home of the truth. This is it. This is the home of the truth. And we're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelites group, sect, religion, and thank God, thank the Most High for that. We're not affiliated. The truth stands on its own merit, and the ISUPK being the truth, we stand on our own merit. We stand by this Bible and every word in it. You understand what I'm saying? The home of the truth is simply that. Okay? Once again, shalom. I'm Officer of 1000 Yanazar here in beautiful Durham, North Carolina. You know, I love Durham, North Carolina. And the reason I love Durham is because Durham is not really considered like a really large city. It's like a medium-sized city, but from what I've seen, like Durham has, you know, the ingredients maybe on a smaller scale of larger cities. You know? Okay, so once again, I'm Officer of 1000 Yanazar. I'll be teaching a class tonight. And of course, when I teach a class, I always have a topic. You understand, to drive home a certain point as we educate one another and edify one another in this truth. You understand? To bring Israel back to God is the goal. That's the work. So let's see who we got so far in the chat. So far, and listen, y'all, what I notice is like we be getting the likes, but I mean, we be getting the views, but we don't be getting the likes. So please thumb up the video. That's right. Because the job, as I said, is to bring Israel back to God, to expose Israel, our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, so-called, to the truth. And when you put those likes in, this improves the algorithm, meaning more people get an opportunity to view it, right? Okay, so thumb up the video, you understand? Give me them likes, if you could, right? Okay, so let's see. We're going to go up. We got Brother Deseron in the building. We got Trooper Yazakar in the building. Yabashim al Shabaraka thumb to those brothers. We got Sister Jasmine, and we got Sister Sapayar in the building. And we got Sister Nashama in the building. Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Thanks for tuning in, right? So as usual, and I'll say please, right? Baba Kosha in the Hebrew. If you have any questions, do not hesitate. We'll do our best to answer, okay? That's part of our responsibilities as teachers, okay? Okay, so check it out. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little political commentary real quick, and then we're going to get into our topic. And the topic tonight is the rich and Israel as the primary victim. That's the topic tonight, right? So before we get into that, we're going to look at what's going on in the world. And I know the people of Israel, people in Durham school, at least I can speak for, are fully aware of what's going on and do, stay alert and aware of current events in the world. That's part of our responsibility in the truth, is to be aware. And one of the reasons why I created the topic that we have tonight is because of what's going on in the earth. You understand? And the things that are going on in the earth will be brought out in this class, because the rich, right? The rich they lifted up their head. They've shown themselves and what they desire to do. And it's in accordance with what's in the scriptures.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, the president of the United States, for instance, like, he has shown without a shadow of a doubt, to save his own skin, he'll sell his mama on 42nd Street with a green sign to save himself, because he has murdered hundreds and upon hundreds of people just to distract the world from the Epstein files. Now, today I saw a report where Clinton and Hillary Clinton, Bill and Hillary, good old Bill, he played that saxophone to fool all them Negroes.
Right.
And he's refusing a subpoena to testify because his name came up in the Epstein file. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hillary's name came up too. So they are subpoenaed or requested to testify pertaining to the Epstein file, and they have refused to do so. You understand? Because all of the evidence is there to the filth and the sexual deviancy and the child molestation and the pedophilia and all these things. It's there. We in the Isupk, under Commanding General Yohana, you understand, we are aware of what's going on. You understand? We don't need to see the Epstein files. It would be nice,
Right.
but we don't need to see the Epstein file. We know what's going on. You understand? Whenever you see, like they showed a few pages of the redacted pages, right? And some of the pages are fully redacted, meaning that there's no information that you can see with your eye. The whole page is redacted. Now, that's incredible. So the wicked are doing the things that the wicked do, and the wicked and the rich are synonymous. They're the same, right? So without further ado, listen, y'all see what's going on. You see that the rich are trying to snatch up all the resources of the earth to get rich. And we're going to come to understand a little bit better why they're doing it this way, why they're in such a hurry to do it, right? Because the scriptures tells us everything. You know what I mean? You got something?
Yes, like I said, it's a question.
Oh, we got a question. Hold on. Okay, so go ahead, get it. I'll read the question. This is from Brother Deseron, and he says, Salakias, does the 30-year-old to 50-year-old law in Numbers apply to us in any way today? So we're going to get there. That's a good question, brother. That's Numbers 4, 2, and 3, right? Hey, good to see you. Y'all about Shema Shabbat. Numbers chapter 4, verses 2 and 3. So I'm going to read it in for time's sake. It says, I'm going to read verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, take the sum of the of the sons of Kahath, from among the sons of Levi, after their families by the house of their fathers, from the years from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years, all that enter into hosts to do the work of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 4, this shall be the service of the son of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. Okay, so brother, what's happening here, brother, is that, okay, so we had Yahweh Shem Al Shah, and this belongs to your rib too, if you want it. Salaki. So the question is, what's that? Oh, it's like, oh, hey. Okay, so, okay, brother. So let me break down to what this is, right? So, of course, when we came up out of Egypt, right, the Most High told us to make a tabernacle, which was a huge tent, right? So, families, you understand, there was a lot of things like this tent. You had to have pegs, you had to have curtains, you had to have all type of equipment pertaining to the function of this huge tent that is called the tabernacle. It's called the first tabernacle, right? And so what Moses did, he took different families of Levites and gave them responsibilities for certain parts of maintenance of the tabernacle, because it's a huge tent that we would tear down and build back up whenever we moved, whenever we migrated. We would have to break that tent down, and it was big, and then put it back up. So some people was in charge of the pegs, all type of different parts that kept the tent in order. So what this is saying, brother, and it doesn't really apply to now because we don't have a mobile tent, right? So what this was pertaining to was the upkeep and the maintenance of the equipment of that particular tabernacle. You understand? That was the temporary, you understand, temple, or the temporary portable house of God. That's what that's it. So it doesn't necessarily pertain to us now because we're not in that situation. You understand? The buildings that we work in, you understand what I'm saying? And being that we're under the new covenant and we're all able to be priests. So every family can make a contribution. But these families here were just the sons of the tribe of Levites. They were the only ones that had duties, if I'm not mistaken, pertaining to that tent. So that's the answer, brother. It's like it's not pertaining to us now because that circumstance was unique to that time. And so those brothers from ages, what was the ages again? 30 to 50 was brothers who had responsibilities. They were considered brothers who were still physically fit and were wise enough and old enough and experienced enough in responsibility. So they were given those responsibilities because Moses was told by God, as we read here, understand, to distribute the responsibilities among the families. So that's the answer, brother. And I hope you're good with that because that's really what it is.
Yeah, I'm right.
Okay? Any more questions?
Yeah, we got more.
Salaki, sir, Sister Sapayar, she got a question. She said, Salaki, sir, may I have a general breakdown of Proverbs 21:6?
Absolutely. Baba Kishan.
Khan. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death.
Now, let me get there with you. Hold on a second. That's Proverbs what?
21:6.
That's a good one. Since that's an excellent question because that's going to help us lead us right into the topic tonight, barring if we have any more questions. Proverbs 21, you said?
21:6.
21 y 6. Read it again. Baba Kashaf.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death.
Okay, so getting treasure, right? Treasure could be anything, right? It could be money, it could be property, it could be cattle. You understand? It could be anything. It could be a mate. Whatever your treasure, wherever your heart is, that's your treasure, right? So we understand what treasure is, right? Contextually, and depending on whatever you feel is treasure, whatever you feel is value. But it's saying, but getting it by lying and deceit is vanity, meaning it's useless.
Right.
You understand? Keep that in mind. It's useless. It has no value if you lied and deceived to get it. You understand? We have a law, right? Where if you have a property and your property, like my property borders Maya Shah's property, and then we have a dividing line or a fence, and then I come and move the fence and take some of Maya Shah's property, that's a sin.
Right.
That's deceit. I've increased my treasure because I'm a farmer and I got land. Now I've increased my treasure by deceit. Understand? And lying is deceit, right? Lying is deceit. So if you acquire, like the way America has acquired Venezuela and murdered all of those little fishermen on those boats and didn't produce an ounce of drugs, but murdered those people and then came out and admitted that it was for the oil, right? That's gaining, right? Getting treasure by lying tongue. Vanity to and fro of them that seeketh death. Meaning, it's like the Most High sees everything. The Most High sees all of this, man. He knows what you're doing. You're like the wages of sin is death. So you just, adding to your death. You're adding to the probability, you understand, that you're going to die under the punishment of the Lord. Under the punishment of the law because you're wickedly gaining. And we're going to bring, this is a good question, sis, because this is what we're going to bring out in our subject matter tonight, right? So the getting of treasure by lying tongue is vanity, tossed to and fro of them that seek death. Tossed to and fro means like they don't give a damn.
Right.
That they're doing it. They just want to get it. And today we see so many instances of this in the rich that lead us, the rich that oppress us. We see this all the time. You understand? They had a cat. I was watching him today. I can't think of his name, but he's the cat they found. They busted him with the 50 G's in the bag. FBI busted him. Y'all ain't see that? Damn. They busted him with 50 G's. He's taking a bribe because he's promising to get these contracts for these businessmen in the Trump administration. They caught him with 50 G's, and he was terrible. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. There's no FBI. The FBI, because FBI they did the investigation. They busted him with the 50 G's in the bag. They gave him the 50 G. They set him up. But they said because Trump administration said that he really hadn't committed a crime. And it was laughable because, in here we're trained to discern spirits, man. That nigga was lying.
That's right.
And that should be, it was funny. That devil was lying, man. And you could see it, man. Everybody that was watching knew he was lying. But he was trying to gain something by deceit. I forgot what his position was. He had a position in the Trump administration, He got busted with the 50 G's. He had enough nerve to come on, was it CNBC today, and talk, and the woman was interviewing him. But all in all, with all being said, this is what they do. This is what they do. And we're going to get into the psychology of it. Sister Nashamar said he was lying through his teeth. She must have seen it. He was lying.
Sister Sapayal also asked, can it be a status or a position?
Say again?
She asked if it can be a status or a position.
It could be both. Like with him, it was his status and his position to make it happen. He was in position to grant these contracts, just like Trump was in a position to send the military under false pretenses. Understand? So it could be both. So I see the brother here, Desron, has another question. Give me Leviticus 5 and 15. You got it? Read it.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 15. If a soul commit a trespass and sin through ignorance in the holy things of the Lord, then he shall bring for his trespass unto the Lord a ram without blemish out of the flocks, with thy estimation by shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for a trespass offering.
That's Leviticus 5 and 15.
Okay.
Let me get there with you, bro. I understand what he's asking. Okay. So 5 and 15, right? If a soul, meaning a person, commits a trespass and sin through ignorance. So the focus should be on the sin and the state of ignorance, meaning unaware. You understand? Unaware. That's what ignorance means in this application or in this context. You did something you didn't know it was a sin.
Right.
You know, you sold a brother some pleather. You thought it was leather. Then, the brother say, yo, this ain't no leather, man. It's pleather. That's the sin. You understand? And the holy things, the most holy thing is us. We're the holy thing, first of all. You understand? So, let me read on. In the holy things of the Lord. Then he shall bring a trespass offering, a trespass unto the Lord, a ram without blemish out of the flocks. Without blemish out of the flocks, with thy estimation by shekels of silver, and the shekel of the sanctuary for a trespass offering. Okay, so the shekel was a standard coin value, right? And it was based on the material, silver, and the weight, right? So this is talking about how much the cow, or what's the animal again? You understand, might be worth. So if you didn't have a ram, you could pay the price or the shekel that was equal to giving up a ram, because everybody didn't have livestock. You had carpenters, you had all kind of craftsmen, you understand? So this is a sin offering in ignorance, right? Hold on just a second. Let me answer this one, right? So this is a sin offering in ignorance, right? Because it says if a soul commits a trespass and sin through ignorance. So he made a mistake, but it's still a sin, and he had to atone for that sin. So this is the way that he would atone for that sin when it was brought to his attention, because of course he sinned in ignorance. Is that understood? And all of these laws still apply, meaning that these laws are not done away with. You understand what I'm saying? So the law of restitution now is still with us as well. You understand? So the priests and prophets of the Lord, you would take that brother or that sister to counsel, and then the restitution or the, the payment would be decided amongst the council. That's the position that we have today in the ISUPK, wherewith we can deal with issues of this matter. Hey, brother, I ain't know. Okay. But you still did it. You understand what I'm saying? Because ignorance is not an excuse. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the answer. You know, that's the best answer that I can give you. Now, I believe that's appropriate for what you're asking. So let me see your question again. Does trespassing only apply to the physical and holy things? Okay, so sin, right, is not a thought.
Right.
Sin is an action. You understand? Now you can commit spiritual fornication, right? So you're thinking in terms of like spiritual fornication, right? That's a spiritual sin. But when you have spiritual fornication, you translate it into something that you do physically. It's not just a thought. Sin is never a thought. Sin is a choice followed by an action. Sin is an action, not a thought. Because I'm pretty sure that all of us have had some kind of wicked thoughts in our minds. I know I have, even since I've been in the truth. But I didn't do it. So sin is a thought. I mean, an action is not a thought. So sin would apply to your actions, which bear witness in the physical. It bears witness in the physical. All sin is something that is done by man. When those brothers committed spiritual fornication, they did something that showed they did something in the physical. That soul did something in the physical, or it manifested in the physical. Thereby the sin was committed. Understand? Okay. Any more? Most High in Christ. That's what I'm here for. And listen, I love answering questions because that's the edification of the nation, man. When you was in school, people ask questions. You understand? And that helped the whole class learn, right? It's the same thing here. And there's a scripture that says if you're a teacher, you're a student too. It says it, I'm paraphrasing. Come on, brother, give me what you got. Pass him the mic there.
I know that it's unlawful to sell your brother pleather instead of leather, right? So is it unlawful if you sell the heathen leather instead of leather?
Deceit is deceit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so yeah, there's instances like we could sell certain meats, like animals that die of itself, we could sell it to the heathen, right, and not to us. Understand? But if you tell them like, yo, man, I was driving my car and this deer ran out in the street, but that limb, that steak is still good up in there. You know what I'm saying? It's up to him whether you want to buy it or not. But you definitely couldn't sell it to my Shaw Choir bar. Understand what I'm saying? But if you just go out and deceive people, this is what we're talking about with the sister's question. If you gain treasure through deceit, it's a sin.
Right.
Right? So it doesn't change.
Okay.
It doesn't change. Tell the man, listen, yo, man, this is what it is. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit less, might be a little bit. Most High in Christ. We do our thing here in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Let's big up Commanding General Yohana, man. I love Commanding General Yohana in the spirit, man. Like the Most High picked the right guy, man.
Right.
He picked the right man. Anyway, we in good hands, man. with Commanding General Yohana and the generals and the captains and the officers above us, man, we in good hands, brother. Trust and believe. So now, Baba Kashah, we're gonna get into our topic, but the floor is always open to question. So let's go to the topic is the rich and Israel as the primary victim, right? So give me 1 Timothy 6 and 10, my short choir bar. You give me Proverbs 28 and 22. And Shakatazar, you give me Revelations 12 and 12. Right? Everybody got the mic. I want to hear it in the mic as you read, okay? For the audience, once again, I'm going to ask everybody that's watching, thumb up the video. Let's get them likes. It improves the algorithm.
That's right.
Okay? So we want as many people to watch as possible because they're getting that good stuff in these classes, man.
Damn right.
Come on, read.
Come on. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
See, when we growing up in the hood, the love of money money is the root of all evil. They leave out the love part.
Right.
You understand? And this love is like the lust, the desire for money is the root of all evil. Meaning that 90%, 99% of the evil and the wickedness done is because the motivation to acquire wealth. You understand? It's about money. Then you have evil desires pertaining to lust and things like that too. And the lust of violence and all of those things, right? Like Jeffrey Dahmer, he lust to eat people. Was he the guy that was eating the people? Yeah. So he had a lust to eat people. You understand? Yeah. Come on.
I was gonna say Africans eat people too.
Yeah, man. I heard they eat with the albinos or some shit like that. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I gotta get. Nah, I ain't see the video. Send me the video. I heard that they ate albinos. Man, well, we are not Africans.
Damn right.
Because we ain't eating no people at all. Okay, so the love of money is the motivating factor in crime and in evil.
Damn right.
The majority of the time. That's what it's saying, right? The love of money, not money. There's nothing wrong with having money.
Right.
It's how you get it, and that's what we're going to bring out as well, right? That's the point, right?
Damn.
The love of money is the root of all evil. So now, who's holding Proverbs 28 and 22? Choir bar? Come on with it.
I'm kind of Salakia, real quick. So if you love money in the way that's you committing adultery, right?
No.
Like you
Like,
idolizing the money.
What did we say about sin? It's an action, right?
Right.
It's how you get it, the process. Money is an inanimate object. It's not good or bad. It's how you use it and how you get it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the love of money. Who doesn't love money? Raise your hand if you don't love money. But what are you willing to do to get it? That's the point. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say, I would love to have money, more money. Hell yeah. But I'm not, my work and my life is not to acquire money. That's not the focus.
That's right.
So the focus becomes evil because you're willing to do anything to get it. You're willing to oppress your people. You're willing to sell your people out. That's the love of money. But so we're gonna break it all down. You understand? Because what brother Choir Bar's about to read is gonna help him understand it a little bit better. 28 and 22.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 22. He that hasteth to be rich have an evil eye?
So he that hasteth, meaning he that is in a hurry, no problem. He that is in a hurry to be rich has an evil eye. What does that mean? An evil eye means is that he's willing to do anything. Donald Trump hasteth to get rich. And he'd sell his money, his mama, on 42nd Street with a green sign to get it. He hasteth to be rich, and the evil that he does, it doesn't affect him. He has an evil eye. He's willing to do evil to get it. Like America. The leaders and the rich of America had an evil eye because they wanted to get rich.
Right.
They came over here, they took all the land from the Native Indians. They enslaved the Hispanics and the Native Indians. Then, when that wasn't enough, they went over to Africa and had the Africans capture the Jews that were there and sold them into slavery and used them as slaves to hasten to get rich because they had an evil eye. All they saw was the money and not the damage or the evil that they were doing. They didn't care. So if you're out here and your desire in life is to be rich, be cautious of a person. I don't give a damn who he is or who she is.
Right.
If a person's desire or their goal or what they're chasing in life is money and riches, watch out for them. I don't care if they're in the school or not. I don't care if they're in the world or not. Because money is the root of all evil. The love of money, Salakia, the love of money is the root of all evil. And he who is hasteneth to be rich has the evil eye. Meaning he'll do anything to get that money. He'll do evil to get it. You understand? He has an evil outlook on life to get that money. You understand? We're under the oppressor, man. We know about that.
Right.
If you don't know, you're going to find out tonight.
That's right.
Okay? Come on, read on.
And considereth not that poverty shall come upon him.
He think that he's just going to get this. Look at P. Diddy.
Right.
He's an excellent example. P. Diddy is rich as hell. It never occurs to P. Diddy that he's going to be poor. It doesn't. You understand? But they all going to wind up poor. You understand? Because they all got to meet unfaced judgment.
That's right.
Oh, man, they're going to live deliciously. The scripture says they're going to live deliciously in this world. Oh, man, they having a ball, man. They spending $200 million to build a ballroom in the White House. You understand what I'm saying? But they got to face poverty. All of these things is the setup to what we're going to get to. You understand? And understanding the rich and Israel as the prime victim. This is the setup. You understand? To understand what's going on here in America and wherever we are as a people. You understand? This is a setup. It's a mindset. And we're going to get into it. And we're going to understand why and how they move, because the Most High says those, you understand, that are wise, the wise will understand all things. Meaning that if you're presented with the information, you'll be able to understand it from the perspective that God wants you to understand it.
That's right.
The way that Christ wants us to understand it. Because he wants us to look at life through his lens. And that's what the Bible is here for. That's why the Isupk under Commandant Jeriana is the home of the truth. That's what we here for.
That's right.
To correct that lens of life that you have. You see these corrective lenses that I have? Understand? This is how I see the world and clearer. And the Bible is your corrective lens. Come on, who we got?
Come on, sir. So Trooper Yazakar asks, Salakia, sir, what mindset must Israel have, Salakia, Israelite men guard against when pursuing stability or success?
Okay. Stability and success has nothing to do with greed or the love of money. We all love money. We all want and need money. Put it that way. It's how you get it. If you work 3 jobs, if you hit the lotto, you haven't committed any sin, because gambling is not a sin. You understand? It's all about, brother, how you acquire your wealth and your stability. That's why I'm bringing out these scriptures, so that we can understand the difference. Whether you have an evil eye or you're hasting it, are you trying to stabilize your family by working? Is there any sin in that? Hell no. You're trying to work and take care of your family and get stability and get a little money in the bank. Maybe you want to buy a house or a bigger house. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
That's what we're going to bring out. You understand? That's what we're going to bring out. Okay? Because, oh man, sisters and brothers and sisters, you know, when I present a class, I study to present it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here on a wing and a prayer. You understand? And like, I love the questions, because the questions help everybody. Everybody. Because we don't do in the ISUPK, man, we don't want to sin, and we want to know. We don't want to sin out of ignorance. So you ask that question and you get that answer. You understand? That's why we're here. So now, Shakataza, what you got for me, brother? So with this scripture here, we're going to interject something else into the mix. Okay? So let's go.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, yea, heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
You rejoice, ye heavens, and they that dwell in them. Right? So the heavens here is rulership. Those at the top. Have a good time. Rejoice, ye heavens, you in power, you rich. Rejoice. Read.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, meaning destruction to the life on earth and in the sea. You understand? Because we're going to see why, right? Woe means destruction. That's what it means. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, those who live on the earth, on the dry land, and the sea, meaning all flesh. Because you either live in the earth or you live in the sea. Read on.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
So the devil has come down amongst us with great wrath, meaning he's angry. That's why he's willing to destroy. Because what we learn is like, let me get the number right, and if I'm wrong, correct me. I think it's like over the last 100 years, like 25,000 species of animals have gone extinct. It's something like that. I read the story back in the summertime. And the reason for most of the extinctions are pollution, the lack of habitat, the destruction of habitat, and outward hunting and murder. Like we a couple of years ago, we brought out the case where this devil paid all of this money to go to Africa to kill a giraffe, man, and didn't eat it. Went thousands of miles and paid crazy money, and she went over and shot a giraffe, man, and was smiling. Now I can understand when giraffe meat is lawful. You cover the hoof and chew off the cut. So if a starving African village goes out and kills a giraffe to eat it, I don't have no problem with that. But for a rich woman to pay thousands of dollars to go and take a gun and shoot a giraffe, that's crazy to me.
Right.
Do I need to answer that? The brother said, was she black or white? That's easy. She was white.
That's right.
I ain't never heard of no nigga doing that. Slocky. You? So read on. There's more.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
You understand? Now read the whole thing all the way through.
Therefore, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down onto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
That's why he's going around the earth gobbling up everything, man.
Right.
He knows his time is short to do it. And I'm going to prove it even further, you understand, according to what God tells us about him. He's angry because he doesn't have enough time to rob you more. He doesn't have enough time to enjoy the riches that he's stolen through ill-gotten gains. So he's angry about it. He's angry because he didn't have enough wisdom and enough sense, you understand, not to be wicked. He's angry. He's in wrath.
Another question. Officer, Slacky. Trooper Yazakar asked another question. Slacky, sir. Who are the heavens being told to rejoice, and who are the inhabitants of the earth and sea?
Okay, brother. Heaven, Shemayim, has three basic applications, right? Heaven, where God lives, heaven, the skies, and outer space, and heaven, rulership. So you have to look at the context and the application, because here the heavens are those who are in power. Remember, the devil, he's in power, has come down with great wrath because he knows his time is short. And what it's telling you is that he doesn't matter whether he destroys the life in the earth or in the sea. We're interjecting time, you understand, into the mix. You feel me, brother? The time is what's important here. His time is short. He's in rulership. He's destroying the earth and the inhabitants of the sea. I saw the other day, they're dropping these abandoned ships and using them as coral reef because they've destroyed the environment. They destroyed the ecosystem, and those fish that live off that ecosystem are not going to be, it's no longer going to be available. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. Are they not just killing people? Did they not just kill hundreds of people in little boats that they could have easily captured?
Right.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. That's life. Whoever inhabits is life. The inhabitants are life. You live, you inhabit the sea. You inhabit the earth. That's where life lives. And he's willing to destroy that life because he wants the resources and he knows his time is short. I'm going to prove it. Just bear with me. And so I got you. I got you. Here we go. Marshall, go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. We're going to read. Let me get there with you. We're going to get into the understanding of it. Understand Most High Christ. And brothers, if you don't understand, I guarantee you I'm going to do my best to cause you to understand it because we must understand. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1. So now we're going to get into the psychology, the understanding of how the devil thinks.
Right.
You understand? Because he's come down to you with great wrath, because he knows his time is short.
Right.
Time is important to understand. How the hell does he know his time is short? Let's get it.
Come.
Read verses 1 and 2 first.
It's the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said,
The ungodly. This is the wicked, and in this context, the rich, right? The ungodly said,
reasoning with themselves.
Reasoning with themselves, meaning they're listening to their own thinking.
Right.
Whatever reason that they might come up with is the reason why they're going to take action. They reasoned with themselves. You understand? When you was back in the world and you met that unlawful brother or that unlawful sister, I was going to use other words, you reasoned with yourself that it was wild, it was cool. You understand? Because you're listening to yourself.
Right.
You're reasoning with yourself and those like you. They reasoned with themselves. They had counsel. Hey, and let's see what they reasoned. They're reasoning with themselves. They're thinking about why they should do this,
right,
and why they should do that, and why they should be rich, and why they should have that. They reason with themselves. Whatever reason is beneficial to themselves.
That's right.
Come on.
But not aright.
They didn't think about what was right.
That's right.
They thought about what was good for them, and then we're going to get it. Because it's all right here. It's all right here. Read on.
Our life is short and tedious.
There go that time again. What the devil did, he came down with great wrath because he knows that his time is short, meaning it's just about his life, the time that he got.
Right.
He ain't thinking about the future. I want mine now. That's how he thinks. He said, read that part again.
Our life is short and tedious.
Our life is short and it's hard. Tedious means hard work. It's hard. Right? Come on.
And in the death of man, there is no remedy.
We can't escape death. There's no remedy. We can't fix it. We got to die. Time is short. We got to die. So that angers him as well. He knows he has to die. Read on.
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Ain't nobody else came back. So remember, he's reasoning with himself.
That's right.
Hey, man, life is short, and we only got but a certain much time. We ain't coming back.
Right.
We ain't got to take account for what we do. We only live once. What they call it, YOLO?
Yeah,
You only live once. So let's get some more.
Verse 2. For we are born at all adventure.
Meaning we're born at risk. Like life is a risk, a gamble. It's an adventure. Great adventure. Right. You understand? That's how they view life. Right? But let's get more.
And we shall be hereafter as though we had never been.
Ain't nobody going to remember us.
Good night.
We gone, man. Nobody don't care when we die. Ain't nobody going to care. Read on.
For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart.
You understand? This breath, this life that we live, it ain't nothing, man. When we stop breathing, it's all over. It ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
Ain't no heaven or hell. Ain't no God. Ain't no judgment. It's like smoke. It disappears. It vanishes. That's how they view life. Understand? So now, go down. For time's sake, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, one day just read this whole chapter because it's heavy. Understand? And read this whole chapter, but we don't have time. So go to verse 6.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 6. Come on, therefore.
Come on, therefore. So since we ain't living but a short period of time, you understand? Come on, therefore. Let's go do this. Come on.
Let us enjoy the good things that are present.
Let us enjoy the good things that are present now, that we can get now. Let us get the good things that are present now. That's what it's saying, right? Come on.
And let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth.
Let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. So like when you was a kid and when you was younger, you know, you use everything to your advantage. You might catch a little frog in the backyard, or you might have a little animal that you can abuse and you can do whatever you want them to do. You understand? You get a little dog and the dog didn't act right, you kick him.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? If he didn't sit down, you'd beat him. I'm just giving you little examples. This is a psychology. Right? Let us speedily use the creatures like as in our youth. But these creatures that he's talking about are human beings.
Right.
Particularly the children of Israel.
Right.
And if you think I'm lying, just hold tight. That was verse 6.
Some kind.
Okay. Read verse 8.
Some kind. Verse 8. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered.
Let us get all the goods while we can. Verse 9.
Some kind. Verse 9. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness.
Voluptuousness is the richness and of goods. So we might see that word pertaining to women. A woman might be voluptuous, meaning she got the goods.
Damn right.
In the right places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is talking about material goods. To enjoy the things that are good, the best wine, the best of everything. That nasty ass caviar, which I tried to eat one time and I spit it out. I never tried to eat none of them snails and that escargot. I was never gonna eat none of that. But I tried some caviar, y'all. Man, just give me some fried egg, man. We good. Or some scrambled egg, man. Leave that caviar to the white folk.
That's right.
Some people might like it. I don't know, but I couldn't take it. Okay, back to the point.
Okay.
Read it from the top again.
Come. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 9. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place.
You understand? Let everybody know we doing good. Let everybody know I got the flyest car.
Right.
I got enough money I could build a ballroom in the White House. I can attack Venezuela. I can get a plane from Qatar as a gift. You understand? Let us get the joyfulness. Let everybody see what I got. The joyfulness of what I acquired.
Right.
Come on.
For this is our portion.
This is our portion. This is our share of life. This is what we want. And we're going to get it. Right? Come on.
And our lot is this.
And our lot is this. So now let's get to the nitty gritty. So now he thought about what he want to get and what he want to do. And now he's going to tell you how he going to get it. Read.
Come. Verse 11. Verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man. You dig? It's you.
Right.
You think I'm kidding? Just hold tight. It's you. It's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the primary target, and he's going to say it.
Right.
Let's go. Read on.
Come. Let us not spare the widow.
Don't spare the widow. That old woman, she got a house. Her husband dead. We could get that house.
Good night.
The Sadducees and the Pharisees was doing it during the time of Christ. Robbing widows, man. That widow, her husband is gone, and she taking care of everything by herself. She's a victim. She's an easy victim. Just like today. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
Come. Nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
The hell with that old man. He done worked all his life.
Right.
He's a vic too. We can scam him. We can rob him. Who care about that old man over there? Give a damn about him. What are you going to do? He can barely walk. You understand? The mentality of a predator. That's why the Most High calls them beasts, man.
Right.
Come on.
Come. Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Let our strength, our might.
Damn.
So when Trump and United States military bogarts and murders little fishermen in boats and attacks and kidnaps the president of Venezuela, that's his might. Might is right. The Most High got us ready, man. We just got to listen. You understand? Our might is right. Our strength. Why do you think his gift, his blessing is the sword, man? Weaponry.
That's right.
And the fatness of the earth thou shalt live. The fatness of the earth are the resources, man.
That's right.
He's going to take them by violence. Come on.
Okay. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Meaning, if you're weak, you don't mean nothing. If you poor and weak, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you ain't nothing. We don't care about you. We just here to oppress you and to exploit you. That's what he's saying. This is the mindset that we're getting into, that the Most High has revealed to us so we can understand what's going on, man. The wise will understand all things, man. It says it a few times in the Bible. Read on.
Come. Verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
So let us lie and wait. You understand? Let us set up the righteous, because he's not in our turn. Meaning he ain't down with us. You know, he ain't down with us. He ain't going to be rich and sharing what we're doing. He's going to stand against us. That's what it says, because he is not for our turn. He ain't down for the wicked ruling. He ain't down with it. As you think I'm kidding? We gonna get more. Come on.
Come. And he is clean, contrary to our doing.
He's clean. Clean. He's clean. The poor righteous man is clean.
Right.
He's contrary to us, meaning they're filthy and wicked.
Right.
That's the contrary. They're filthy and wicked, man. I never forget one thing, and Malcolm X wasn't in the truth, but I was a little boy, and Malcolm X said, the reason why white people didn't want us around them was because they didn't want us to know how filthy they were. I never forgot that. I'm about 7, 8 years old. It's a filth, you know. Yo, man. Come on, man. Come on, get the mic.
Salakia, sir. You know what job I do. Like it's amazing how dirty these people are. Really dirty. You know, they live in nice houses and all this other stuff, but yo,
somebody else got to come clean it up.
Yeah, they filthy. They filthy. They nasty, man.
That's what I'm talking about. So you think that we could see it in the Most High can't?
Right.
He made them. And this is their mindset that we're going into. Come on, give me some more.
Come. And objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
You understand? You
select.
Yeah, he upbraideth us with our. Go ahead, read that.
Come. He upbraideth us with our offending the law.
You understand? He checks us and he tells us because he knows that we're breaking the law.
That's right.
What law is he talking about? What law? The laws of righteousness, which is the laws that the Most High gave to the Israelites.
Right.
You understand? Message. So here it is again. It's talking about the poor righteous man, right?
Okay.
But we're going to seal the deal in a couple of more verses. Come on.
An objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Now that's heavy. He says an objective to our fame, our position, our time to rule, our infamy, Rome, the great Greek Empire, Rome, Germany, America. Their infamy. That's all they teach. God is white. God is white. Jesus is white. David is white. The Israelites are white. That's his infamy. It's a lie. You understand? And the transgressions of our education, meaning the righteous man knows that they're not teaching you the truth.
Right.
That the education that they're teaching us is evil and wrong and is lies. You understand? You starting to get it? The righteous man knows these things because oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Right.
And if you're not angry with what's going on in this earth, then you're unconscious. You're asleep. But do you have to walk around angry and hateful about it? No. But you sure can learn about it and act accordingly by coming into the Isupk under Command and General Yohana and get this understanding, man.
Right.
So that we can proceed to get it the hell up out of this wicked place. Because the sooner we come back to the Most High God, the sooner we get up out from under these devils.
Damn right.
That's the plan. Okay. Come on.
Come on. Verse 13. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
You understand? Now, who are he talking about? They poor, they righteous, they stand up for the law, they speak out against the devil, and they call themselves the child of God. It's you. They hate you the most. They fight in China, but Chinese can come over here and do whatever they want. They fighting the Arabs, but they not getting shot down in the street. The only reason why they going after them Somalians is because they set up the whole Somalian scam. You think that they was letting all that money go through there without some white people being in charge of it? Then you don't know America. The only reason why they bringing the Somalians out is because they have an opportunity to show people of color as criminals.
Right.
That's the only reason. They gave them that money. They let them. It was one woman, she was buying land in Kenya. One of them Somalis. You think they didn't know about that? So we get in the mindset, right? So come on.
Come on. Verse 14.
Read that last part again.
Come on. And he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
We're the child of the Lord. You understand? This is the devil. You understand? Being exposed by the Most High God.
That's
according to his deeds and according to his thoughts that turn into his deeds. Come on.
Verse 14. He was made to reprove our thoughts.
You understand? The righteous man was made to reprove the thoughts of the wicked. It's like this. This is clear water, clean and pure. And this is another kind of water. It's not so clear. So there's a contrast. You understand? So the righteous man is contrast to the wicked man. We don't approve his way.
Right.
You understand? Because we approve the way that the Most High provided for us to live in righteousness. And there's only one righteousness. You're going to hear me say this 1,000 times. And that's the righteousness that the Most High prescribed for us.
Damn.
Come on, let's go.
Come on. Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15. He is grievous unto us even to behold.
We hate even looking at them niggas, man.
Damn.
We hate looking at them. Them black niggers. Yeah. Read it again.
Come on, God. He is grievous unto us even to behold.
Because we're contrary to him. We're the greatest and the most beautiful people on the planet Earth.
Damn right.
And they hate it. They hate that melanin because they don't have it.
Right.
They hate that hair, the different kind of hair we got. They hate that. I remember when I was in the Army, long time ago. And we standing out there, it was in El Paso, Texas, in the desert, man. And we standing out there in the sun. And I'll never forget it. Them devils was dropping like flies. They couldn't take it. And the brothers, we out there sweating. But I ain't seen not one brother fall out.
Most High in Christ.
You think they don't know? I'm gonna bring in a book on melanin one day. We're going to do a class on it. You're going to be amazed. More than we need them.
Salakia. That's why they got all the blood banks and everything in our neighborhood.
Yeah, to get your blood. Like and right, the brother just brought out something heavy. He said that most of the blood banks are in our neighborhoods, and most of the donors donate because of poverty. Who's poor? You. And I saw there's a big case about I didn't write it down. I be seeing so much stuff I can't always remember about how they were selling the organs of these prisoners without their families knowing. You saw it? I didn't get the whole story. I should have got the whole story. They're like people that is in prison and they die, like the prisons and the doctors are stealing their organs and the family's not okaying it. That's the devil, man. That's the same man that circumcises a little boy and sucks his penis, man. I call it ghoulism. That shit crazy as hell. Yeah, you think a nigga doing that? Boy, man, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Now we read the Bible, right, and we see all the sins of Israel. Israel ain't never did that. We ain't doing that. We ain't cutting the skin off foreskin of a penis and putting it in our mouth. Lord have mercy, man. They were in New York. This happened back in the early 2000s when it came out in New York City, and they were giving those little children herpes. Man, you can look it up. Stories right there on the internet. And you know what happened? Their power is so great in New York City that they had to change the statute and the ordinance in New York City that allows them to do it. I was there. I remember it was a brother and a sister that brought out the lawsuit. And they used to have a newspaper in New York called the Black American. They destroyed that newspaper. That's what it is. That's the whole thing. Like, this is what this is talking about. And we're going to get more. But we're getting into the mindset and then the money, right? The mindset. The white man is the devil, man.
That's right.
That the Bible speaks of, man. He's the deceiver. That's what we're seeing right here. He hates to even look at the righteous man. We kind of hate to look at him too.
You're damn right.
Because I do not love them at all. I don't care if I ever see another one as long as I live. The scripture says that we will narrowly look upon him and say, is this the man that caused the earth to tremble? This nigga?
Right.
I'm waiting for that day. Come on.
Come on.
Read more.
Come on. Verse 15. Wait, he is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion.
So he's what? He's holy. His ways is not like other men. It's talking about us.
That's right.
We're the prime victim. The other poor people are just happen to be poor. We just read it. Let's oppress the poor righteous man who calls himself the child of God, who opposes us. We even hate to look at him. Come on, let's read some more.
Come on. Verse 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
He thinks, the righteous man think we're counterfeit. Do we not know that?
Right.
We know they counterfeit. We're the only ones telling the earth that they're counterfeit.
Damn.
And that they are not Jews. They are not God's chosen people. They are not righteous people. They are the synagogue of Satan, the chief house of Satan. You understand? The chief devils.
That's right.
That's what the chief house of the synagogue of Satan means. It means they're the chief devils. Those Amalekites are the chief tribe of the devils. Yeah, I got to come to that class. I teach it every year. because I was taught, you understand, by commanding general Hunter, the generals and the captain. I ain't learned none of this on my own. Not one word. I ain't know none of this. But I was authorized to teach it.
Most High correct.
Come on, let's get some more.
Come. He abstaineth from our ways, as from
He abstaineth. He stays away from our wicked way. He doesn't proceed. He doesn't do the wicked things like we do.
right,
Come on.
as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed.
You understand? He hates filthiness.
Damn right.
You understand? He hates filthiness. And he pronounces the end of the just to be blessed. Meaning he says, but the Bible says the just at the end are going to be blessed.
That's right.
The devils hate that. He hates that we say that the righteous is going to win. The righteous is going to wind up with the kingdom. They hate that. Come on, read on.
Come. And maketh his boast that the most high is his father.
Can't you see?
Damn.
He talking about you.
That's
Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, so-called. That's what he talking about, man. You think they don't know who we are? Read on. Come on, question. Yeah, we take all questions.
Come. Young man Desron asked Salakia, can I get a breakdown of Numbers 15 and 24?
Let's get there. Go ahead, read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 24. Then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering.
Okay, so what I would say to this, brother, is that all of these laws are still valid, but we're not in the position or the condition. We don't have the right. You understand? We're in the new covenant. We're in the covenant of Christ as the sacrifice. So until Christ returns, we don't have to do animal sacrifice. That law is not done away with. But we're under the new covenant with Christ until Christ returns. Then the laws of sacrifice are going to be reinstated. That's what I've been taught.
Okay.
But until now, Christ is the sacrifice. Animal sacrifice is unnecessary.
Right.
Christ is the sacrifice. And you can read about that in Hebrews. We do a class on that as well. Hebrews 9. Right? So we do not have to be concerned with animal sacrifice. But what we do have to understand is the law is not done away with.
That's right.
And so once we get the kingdom and we're in authority, then we're going to go by the law. Okay? So the law is still in effect, but look at the circumstances and understand what the new covenant with Christ is. By means of death for the redemption, give me Hebrews 9 and 15. Bob Kishah, I want you to read that. To understand. Because we read the Sabbath service, we read these laws and we break them down, but they're not actually applicable to the condition that we're in today.
Come.
You understand? You got it?
Come.
So understand this, my brother.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 9, verse 15. And for this cause.
And for this cause, for this reason, read.
He is the mediator.
Who is the he in this? Christ is the mediator, the go-between between the Most High and Israel. Read.
Of the New Testament.
Of the new covenant. Of the new covenant, right? Read.
That by means of death.
By means of giving his life, for sacrificing his life for
the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
For the transgressions that were under the first testament. And the only people that were under the first covenant, That word right there is diakite, which is a Greek word that could be applicable to either covenant or testament.
That's right.
You can look it up. I think it's a G1245 because I've read it many a time. And you can look it up in the concordance. So the covenant that Christ sacrificed for was for the same people that were under the first covenant. You understand? He gave his life for the read it again.
Come on. And for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
By means of death, meaning that he gave his life to redeem those that made the mistakes of the first covenant. That's why he gave his life.
That's right.
That's why we don't have to sacrifice animals at this particular time at all. So, of course, we always want to understand certain things, but we should understand that we're in the new covenant by means of death, meaning once Christ died, we're in the new covenant.
Right.
We're in the new agreement with Christ as the mediator between God and the children of Israel.
Damn. So you got to follow to it. He said, Khan, I was mainly wondering if they were bringing one offering altogether or if they were bringing it individually.
Yeah, let's get back to that. That was Numbers.
Yeah, Khan, Numbers. So you want to read it again, sir?
Yes.
Khan. Book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 24. Then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering.
Okay, so it says, without the knowledge of the congregation, that the congregation shall offer one young bullock. You understand? So we all enter into the kingdom one at a time, right? So we offer our sin offering or whatever offering we have together, but we're doing it one at a time. You understand? It says, this is what it says. It said, this is what verse is it, 24?
24.
Okay. Then it shall be, let's get context. Even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforth among your generation. If ye have erred, meaning this is in ignorance, if you make a mistake, that's what ignorance applies here, is that you didn't intentionally sin. You understand? And then the congregation finds out. So the congregation, right? Oh, let me see if I can get that out. Salakia. I do that sometimes. Here we go. We back in the scene. Mm-hmm. And it's good to understand these things, brother. But, I'm just trying to make it like understood. Like, I'll answer all your questions, but animal sacrifice, right, is really not important right now. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If you got a question, I'll do my best. If the answer is not sufficient, then I'll pass it on to Captain Nathok or Offside Rock or somebody above me. But animal sacrifice, you understand, is really not important right now because we're not responsible for it. That's why I read Hebrews 9 and 15. Right? And it's the law is the law, but we are presently in the new covenant. We're under Christ, and Christ is the sacrifice. I understand what he's asking too. Mm-hmm. The congregation, okay, the congregation is the people, right? So the congregation has to do this to atone for this brother or this sister's mistake because they're one. This is about unity and about standing up for one another. right? So they would bring the offering there, you understand, as a congregation. That's what I understand it to say. Baba Kashab, continue to read, brother. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon. I think we was at verse. No, we read 17. Because we read, and he maketh, and his boast that God is his father.
Okay. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed. It maketh his boast that the Most High is his father.
So once again, this is implying that he's talking about the children of Israel.
Okay.
You understand? The righteous man who claims to be the chosen of God, God's children.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
Okay. Verse 17. Let us see if his words be true.
So that's heavy. He's saying, let us see if what the Most High told us is true. Let us see. Let us test him out. You understand? Let's test this righteous man. Let's see what he's really about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put drugs in his community.
Right.
Let's make a system of poverty for him.
Right.
Let's call him a black nigger.
Right.
Let's call him a Hispanic, a wet bat.
Right.
Let us call him a savage.
Good night.
And destroy his land and take everything, his culture, his land,
Mm-hmm.
his honor. Let's test him.
Good.
Come on.
Okay. Verse 17. Let us see if his words be true.
Let's see if the things that his word, when they say his word, is talking because we're saying the word of God. So let's say if these things that he's saying is true. Let's see if it's true or not. This is the devil. This is the devil getting ready to put it to us.
Good night.
Come on.
And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
You understand? Let's see what's really going to happen to him.
Good night.
Let's see if we could really destroy him. You understand? Read on.
Okay. Verse 18. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him.
So he's saying if we really the children of God, God's going to help us.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if he's really the son of God, the children of God, it's the same thing they said to Christ, right?
Right.
But this is before Christ came. You did?
Mm-hmm.
So they saying, let's see. Remember when Christ was on the cross? And they said, well, if you're the son of God, take yourself down from the cross. When Satan tempted Christ, they said, throw yourself off the building and see if the angels will save you. Yeah, read 16 again real quick.
Verse 16, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Meaning we look upon him as being counterfeit because he is.
That's right.
He's the fake Jew. He's the last samurai. He's everything. He's counterfeit.
That's right.
He's fake. And what they're saying here is that we are esteemed by the righteous man as being counterfeit. And he abstained from our ways as from filthiness, meaning we stay away from him because he's filthiness.
That's
He's
right.
filthy. You understand? He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, meaning that the righteous get the blessing at the end.
That's right.
And maketh his boast that that God is his father. And we say that every damn day.
Damn right.
When you say you're the children of Israel, then you're saying that God is your father.
So he's saying that, okay, he pronounced the end of the just to be blessed. What does that mean, the end of the just?
Who's the just? The just are the righteous, right?
Mm.
So that our end is the kingdom.
Right.
Our end is the kingdom. That's the blessed.
Right.
So what we're saying, what the devil is saying, that's what we say.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So now they're going to, when we get to the next verses, they're going to say, we're going to test and see if this shit is real or not. That's what they're going to do. That's why the title is The Rich and Israel as the Prime Victim.
Right.
Because all of these things that he's talking about, all these victims that they're speaking of in these verses are clearly us.
Oh, God.
We're the children of God. We have the scriptures. We have the word. We have the righteousness. And we're the only ones that have ever stood up against him for righteousness' sake.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what he says in verse 17. Let's see if his word is true. And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
Sure we do.
Let us, you understand that?
Damn
It
right.
says, let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Meaning, let's see if we can kill him.
God.
You know what Esau said to in his mind? And I think it's Genesis 27:41. When my father died, I'm gonna kill Jacob. That's in his mind now.
Right.
You understand? But they love murder so much. They sometimes, like, they so bloodthirsty, they kill their own. Like they killed that white woman in Minnesota.
Right.
Everybody's seen it. He didn't have to shoot that woman. I don't give a damn about white people, man. That was some evil shit to shoot that woman like that.
That's right.
Yeah. So now, yeah, go check it out, bro. So now, let's go read verse 18 again.
Kalam, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 18. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemy.
If these people who claim to be God's chosen people, if they really God's chosen people, God will come and save them. God will come and save them. If they really God's chosen people, the Most High come and save them. Meaning they don't believe in God. They just want to murder you.
Right.
They just want to kill you, oppress you, and destroy you.
So do.
Now read 19.
Come, verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture.
You understand?
Damn.
Let's test him with hate and torture, oppression.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Take everything he got. It's just like we're a nation of Jobs, right?
Goodness.
Except we did commit sin against God. That's why we're in the condition that we're in.
That's right.
But the Most High tested Job, you understand, and took everything from him, his children, his land, everything, his woman, killed his woman. You understand? Oh, just a second. So we're like Job in a sense, because we're the children of God. We're the ones standing up for righteousness. And they want to put us to the test.
Right.
And they have. They've done every evil under the sun that they could do to us. They've done it. Chemical warfare, biological warfare. You understand? That's what drugs is.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, brother? Okay. All right. Read verse 19 again.
Come. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
You understand? Well, we may know, how to destroy him and prove whether he's patient or not, or what he's waiting for is true or not. Like, they're not going to just let it play out. They're going to see if what we're saying is true. If you know that you're not God's chosen people, but you go around the earth pretending that you are you really God's chosen people? If the Most High says in the Bible that the Jews are different shades of brown or black unto the ground, and you're not, do you believe in God for real? If the Most High says that Leviticus or homosexuality is unlawful and you condone it, do you believe in God? That's the contrast. This is all about contrast of the rich and the rich and the devils, the wicked and the rich, and God's chosen. You understand? Because the end of Esau world, understand? How does it go? Give me 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Let me say it right. And then we got to move on. We running out of time. Yeah, you stay there. You stay there because we're going to read 2 more verses here, and then we're going to move on. The topic tonight is the rich in Israel is the victim, the prime victim.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Meaning simply that when they time to rule is up, which is coming to the end now, it's our turn to rule. And this is also in the respect of time. He knows his time is short, man. He knows that his time is short. His time running out. And he knows it. So what he's going to do, like Commanding General Yohanan said the other night, he want to gobble up everything as quick as he could. The general just said that Monday. They want to gobble up everything as quickly as they could. And that's what they're doing. Because he knows his time is short. And that after his rule, for Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is that which followeth. Meaning our rule comes after his fall.
Right.
Right? Yeah. That's the point. Read verse 19 again, all the way through.
Come on. Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
You understand? Let's see what he really about. Let's see if he could withstand what we're going to put on him.
Yeah.
Understand? What is the patience of the saints? You understand? Give me Revelation 14 and 12. The patience is what we're waiting for. That's what it's talking about. The thing that we're working for and what we're waiting for. And let him get that for me. Okay. Revelations 12 and 14 and 12. So we can understand what patience is, right? We know what patience is. Patience is just be able to wait and to chill, right? But we're waiting for something. That's what he's talking about. What are we patient about? What are we patient for? What gives us the strength to be patient and to hold on and to stay in the faith and to stay in the truth and to do the work and to practice brotherhood continuously against, in contrast to what the devils are practicing, even though we're poor and barely making it through. Come on.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
This is what we're waiting for. This is the patience of the saint. This is what gives us the strength to make it through. This is what it is. Read.
Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
That's what we're patient with. That gives us the strength to withstand. This is the only thing that's going to cause us to be able to stand against the wiles of this devil, man.
That's right.
The patience of the saints, man. The saints are the believing Israelites. That's who the saints are. You understand? And none other.
Yeah.
So we're here in the struggle, patiently waiting. Patient because we have to be. But do we have to sit at home and twiddle our thumbs? No. We come to class, we go to camp, we do food drives, we do whatever we need. We observe the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
We observe the feast days. Despite, you understand? You see what they try to do here at the Passover? We had the Passover here. They tried to stop us. When they learned that we were having the Passover at the convention center, they tried to stop it. When we was going, I forgot what that town was out there when we had the Passover out there. They didn't allow us. We had rented the place. They took the place. By the grace of the Most High God, Officer Iraq's family had land where we could hold a Passover. We held a Passover outside in Snow Hill, North Carolina. And you know what happened? That same convention center burnt down a couple of weeks ago. Barakatah Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shah. So now, the patience of the saints. We don't sit around like we wish that Christ come back. Lord. Christ, please hurry up and come back. That's not the spirit. Because the scripture says we shall take the kingdom. All of this is faith is action, what we do, how we proceed, man. And they're testing us. So how do we have the patience to withstand him? That's the point. We understand who he is and what he's doing and why he's doing it. We understand his psychology because he's the devil. And we're wiser than him. But he don't understand. The wicked will not understand, but the wise will understand all things. So let's go. Read verse 20, then we're going to get off. We're going to move to something else in the same context. Come on.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 20. Let us condemn him with a shameful death.
You understand? Let us make him look like a piece of doo-doo. Let's condemn him. Let's make him the criminal. Let's make him the drug dealer. Let's make him the immoral person in the earth. Let's destroy his image.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Come. For by his own saying, he shall be respected.
You understand? By his own saying, we're going to do all of these things to him, but he's saying that he's going to be respected. They don't believe anything about this Bible, man. Christianity is an agency of the government, man.
Right.
And when they had the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, they said that the religion that they were creating would be an agency of the government. Here it is right here. It says, the history of the Council of Nicaea, the first Council of Nicaea, a world Christian convention, 325 AD, with the life of Constantine, Dean Dudley. Put it up in front. And I'm going to read you a little excerpt from there. Here it is. It says, it was custom. This is in the introduction, page 6. It was custom to punish heretics and burn their books, meaning whoever didn't believe in what they believed in the very first days of Christian rule. Christianity as an institution of the government it says, was a little better than the old religion. It became transformed so that Christ would have been ashamed of its name. Meaning the Christianity, the religion that they created, Christ would be ashamed that his name was attached to it. And that it was an institution of the government. That's what it just said. It soon became transformed so that Christ would have been ashamed of its name. So let's get one more aspect of it, because this is the rich again. As soon as there were fortunes to be made in the church, it became fruitful field of worldly ambition. Understand? It ain't changed. The devil ain't never gonna change.
Right.
That's why he got to get taken off the earth, man. They try to conform him. They try to change him. Try to teach him what right. He said, hell with that. I'm getting mine now. That's what we've been reading about. He created an institution to enslave our people, man. You're the targets. You're the ones that he hates the most.
That's right.
You're the only one that he hates more than he hates himself. That was verse 20. Choir bar, get me on Proverbs 22 and 7. And you get Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Baba Kashab. He's okay. Oh, most time. Enough said. Yeah. So now, Proverbs 22 and 7.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
Now, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is the servant unto the lender. And so they put us in poverty. So now we're going to get it in the script. Read it again all the way through.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
You understand? Right. So this is a proverb, right? This is a fact. So let's see how it applies to us, because remember, the title of this class is The Rich, with Israel as the prime victim. So let's get it in the scriptures according to what the Most High said. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we're going to start at verse 43.
Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So now we're going to talk about a economic system here. Because remember, you understand, the borrower is the servant to the lender, right? So if you want to rule over a person, you put them in debt. You understand? Before, you used to take 5 cows and a goat and some silver and buy you a house. Now you got to work and pay for 3 houses before you pay for your house.
Good night.
If your house is worth $250,000, you're going to pay $600,000 before that house is over. That's a fact. Because when I got my mortgage and I calculated how much I'm going to pay, I'm buying 2.5 houses.
Damn. Come on.
You know it. Everybody that got a house or had a mortgage know it. First thing you do, you go calculate that monthly payment time over 30 years. And it'll tell you right away. Not even though I had a fixed rate, that don't mean shit. Whenever they want to change the rate, they just change it.
Damn.
They've changed my rate 3 times. You too? Talking about fixed rate. That's bullshit.
That's crazy.
The white man is the devil, man.
That's right.
But let's get it. Come on.
Come. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Meaning that all of the other nations that come into our community is going to get over us because we're the prime targets.
That's right.
All the nations. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're from Mississippi. I don't care if you're from Minnesota. I don't care if you're from New York, Cali, Texas, Florida. It's the same. I've been to all of those places. And when I went to those places, I ain't been to Mississippi. But everywhere I went, in every black community, it's the same setup right here. The foreigners take all the wealth out of the black community,
right,
and rule in our community, meaning they could pay the politicians and we can't. Read on.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And all of the nations that come into our community because we're the targets for destruction get up over us.
That's right.
Because we're asleep. They put us to sleep. We don't know who we are. We don't know whether we coming or going, except if you're in Isupk under Command and General.
That's right.
Because we got to understand it. We have access to understand everything. Ain't taking no shorts for no goddamn devil.
What?
The hell with these devils, man. You understand? You're going to do what you're going to do. You understand what I'm saying? But the Most High got you.
That's right.
And we're going to see. Come on, read on.
Come. Verse 44. He shall lend to thee.
He shall what?
He shall lend to thee.
Remember, the borrower is the servant of the lender. Your car, your house. You pay for 2 cars, too.
Damn.
You get that car and you get that car note, you figure it out. Car $40,000, you paying $80,000.
Yeah.
Before it's all over. Come on.
And thou shalt not lend to him
And thou shalt, meaning that we don't have no economic power
Right.
because they created the system to keep us in debt, man. In New York City, in 1970, you can buy a house for $35,000. 35 G's. Now, in New York City, the average rent is $3,500 a month. And the average house is 600 and up. 600,000.
Right.
Because they have to keep you in debt. That's the system. That's the bank that they call the Federal Reserve and the interest rates, man. That's what that's all about. How much wealth they're going to siphon off poor people. That's why Trump wants them to drop the interest rate. Why? So that poor people could borrow more so they could be robbed. That's what happened in 2008 with the housing crisis. They lowered the rate and all these poor blacks and Hispanics bought these houses. Then they rose the rate up high and they took your house. They're about to do it again.
Damn.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Ain't that what they say?
Okay.
That's what they're doing.
That's right.
Listen, man. Don't rely on Yanazar. Rely on the Lord.
Right.
All I'm doing is teaching you what I've been taught. That's it. You understand? Commanding General Yohana taught every brother and sister in the school. You understand? And we have to know these things, man, in order to have the right state of mind. How to stay in here, how to fight, man. How to fight, because what? Our warfare is not carnal.
That's right.
Spiritual. You understand? Warfare. Throwing down strongholds. How we throwing them down? We exposing them.
Okay.
Christ got this, man. Boy, when they see Christ, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So now, read 44 again.
Come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Meaning they're going to control our economics and keep us in debts, because the debtor is the servant of he who is in debt to.
That's right.
And that's the plan. That's the economics. Why you think every nation, I'm a little older. I've seen a little bit more. I'm not smarter or wiser than anybody. But I saw when the Koreans came in the 60s and 70s. I saw when the Arabs came in.
Right.
I saw when the East Indians came in. That's right. You understand? You've seen the Afghans come in. You've seen what's the other European people, the Ukrainians come in. They all got set up. Even the Somalis got set up. Somalis was doing lovely. Everybody, the Chinese got set up.
Right.
Everybody got set up, but you, because you're the Vic. That's what we just read. You're the Vic. Give me Ezekiel 34 and 8. Go ahead, Quiet Bar, give it to me. Ezekiel 34 and 8. But we're the victim. The primary, we're not the only victim, but we're the primary victim. That's what we just read in the scriptures in Wisdom of Solomon. And that's what we read in here in Deuteronomy as part of the punishment, is that we're going to be in a position where they're going to be able to suck us dry. That's where all the wealth is coming from. You understand? Oh, hey, the brother reminded me to say pause. Pause. You understand? You understand? So Venezuela are Israelites. The president of Venezuela, Maduro, said that he was Israelite. A brother on Car Chronicles about 2 weeks ago played the video for Captain Tazaryak, where he said in Spanish that those Europeans, what was the word? He called them fake, and he said that he had the authentico blood of an Israelite. That's what Maduro said. So where did he learn that? You understand? I'm not saying that he wasn't a crook or wasn't wicked, because if he was righteous, the Most High would have protected him better. But wherever the Israelites are, that's where the theft is going on primarily.
That's right.
They destroyed Vietnam, they destroyed Korea, and built them right back up. They destroyed Japan, built them right back up. They destroyed Europe and built them right back up. But they destroyed you and continue to destroy you and, squeeze you dry by design. You understand? So what did I just call for?
It's the book of Ezekiel,
34
chapter
and
34 and verse 8. As I live, saith the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field,
There it
because
is. Go ahead.
because
Stop you.
there was no shepherd.
Because there was no leader. So we became the prey, the meat, man. Meaning that's who they're feeding off of, man. Us. But they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. But the Most High will. The Most High is telling us, man. Why is he telling us? So that we can know and understand and be wise and come together and come in this truth and stay here.
That's right.
We're going to be here till Christ comes. And then they're going to feel the wrath of the Most High God. You understand what I'm saying? Because Christ says, what you have done to least of my brethren, you have done it to me. And Christ a cool dude. But one day, in the near future, the Most High is going to look to his right, and he's going to give Christ the order to come down here and straighten his shit out.
Damn right.
And Christ is not going to be nice. God loves everybody. God, he's coming to hold hands and sing the old Negro spiritual. That's what the world would have you believe. But in reality, you understand? Damn, man, I ain't gonna even get to my good scriptures yet. Because we running out of time. Shit. I got about 15 more. Well, maybe we do a part 2. Then I can add some more. Let me see, where was that? We just at Deuteronomy, right? Okay. All right. Damn, yeah, I got about 15 more. Anyway, we're having a wonderful time here learning. And this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to learn.
Right.
And this is supposed to bring us together and know we're like, to hell with all these other nations, man.
That's right.
To hell with them. This one I got to get in. We're going to do 2 more, then we're going to cut it. Give me, choir bar, you give me 1 Timothy 6 and 9. Marshall, give me Luke 6, 24 and 25. And that's what we're going to end it with that. Man, I'm telling you, I think we conveyed a good portion of what the message of this class is. You understand? But it's a lot more. Just to understand, right? Because remember, they said that the righteous said that the righteous are going to get blessed at the end, right? So we even going to get to that part. Okay? So, Baba Kashah, give me.
It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation.
They fall in temptation. Man, I got money. I got this military. I could take whatever the hell I want. I could take Greenland. I could take Mexico. I could take Brazil, Colombia. That's temptation. Of course, he who increases that which is not his is going to find destruction at the end. Woe to him that increases that which is not his. That's it on that? Read it again from the top all the way through, brother.
But this is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
A snare is a trap. Who set the trap for him? Somebody tell me in the chat. Who set the trap for him? Somebody in the chat. Come on, I'll be waiting. Somebody in the chat, please tell me who set the trap for him. We've been reading about the trap all day, all class. Who set the trap for him? One, come on, one, give me somebody out there. Knows. Okay, for time's sake, I know you know already. You're going to say, damn, I knew it. The Most High.
That's right.
They're falling into the trap of the Most High. The Most High set this trap for him because he knows his intent. He knows his mindset. He knows what he's going to do. But he only gave him a short time. So when you see us at camp, we say, yo, go ahead and bungee jump. Right. Climb Mount Everest. Go sail the ocean blue. Go down to the bottom and see the Titanic and implode.
Right.
Do all of these wonderful things. Learn how to jog around Central Park. You understand? Run around Durham. NCC. Not NCC. What is it? Duke University. Run around and jog. You see them. I'm more fit than these other people. I'm the man. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Understand? Most High got something for you.
That's right.
That's the point. They don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, so-called, at all. You understand? And you know what hurt me the other day? I read an article. I think I saved it. Like a lot of Hispanics is joining the military to save their families, to keep their families from being deported, man. And I'm advising you, I don't care what's going on, don't join. You're going to be in the war with them, fighting for them. And they don't give a damn about you. I wish I could bring that class up, man. It hurt me when I read it, that article where a lot of Hispanics is joining American military. And this, our brothers and sisters are not being wise, because how many brothers, what about the Mexican brother that served in 2 different wars and they deported him?
Good night.
Man, I don't know if I ever felt that kind of hurt. Where I went and fought and put my life on the line for somebody and they kicked me out, man. That's happened several times.
Right.
But now they want to kick you out of the country, but it's okay to join a military. That's the devil.
That's right.
Any more on that? Come on.
And into many foolish and hurtful lust.
Foolish and hurtful lust, man. Not only are they hurting others, they're going to hurt themselves in the long run. Because this is going against their account, man. All of this evil that they're doing is going against their account. See, hurtful lust. They want Greenland. I read it the other day, because Greenland is full of rare earth minerals, uranium, zinc, all of the metals that are used, the precious metals used for technology, to guide missile systems, to make lasers. Greenland got a lot of that stuff. And who's the number 1 nation in rare earth metals? China.
Ooh.
The primary enemy. So they say, yo, Trump, let's get this Greenland before they start trading with China and Chinese companies come over there and start mining it. Because he wants it for himself, the fatness of the earth, the mineral resource. I pray you understand. Okay. That's it on that? A little bit more. It's even more.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
You understand? Which drown men in destruction and perdition. The condition of hell. You understand? I think perdition is like the place you go before you go to hell, but to us, the condition of perdition is hell.
Right.
Meaning at the bottom. That's what hell is. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is in hell right now.
Damn right.
Where are you going to go that's worse than this. While you watch your people destroyed, your women made into whores and the sex symbols of the earth.
Mm.
They got sisters, these young sisters flying over to what's that place? Qatar, and what's the other one? Dubai, prostituting themselves and going over there and getting treated like shit, getting shit on, and all the horrible things they doing to them sisters for a few dollars. Because now the black woman has become the sex symbol. She's the sex goddess. You understand? Because that's the image of destroying us. Their women ain't nothing but something to hit. And so you think that ain't hell if you love your woman?
Right.
If you see your son turning into a Leviticus, is that hell? I'm getting out of that hell because that nigga not my son.
Right.
I ain't going to that hell. I ain't got no more son. My son coming in and say, hey, Dad. You know, I ain't want to tell you, but I'm kind of attracted to men. Yeah. That nigga's erased.
Right.
You understand? Because the Most High hates it, man.
That's right.
And I hate it, man. I hate that Leviticus, man. They so sick. And this is something I've never come to understand, and I never will. I don't want to understand. How is it that a little 6-year-old boy wants to be a girl? How does that happen? How does a little girl, cute and dimples and pigtails and all that, nice little shoes and beautiful little dress, how the hell they want to become a man? Don't answer the question. I don't give a damn. But I know this is the height of wickedness.
That's right.
Because how much more wickedness can you do? So whatever the Most High hate, we hate.
Right.
That's it on it? So now give me what you got, brother.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you.
Let me get there with you, sloppy.
Come on.
Because I want to break this whole thing down before we close out. Luke, what is it again?
6:24.
Okay, I'm there.
Come on. It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Now, while I break this down, bro, I want you to look up the word consolation. This scripture right here, like I was saving it, like, you know, but I'm skipped a whole lot of scriptures to get to this one. But I had to get this one in because when I looked up consolation, you understand, it tells a lot. This word, you got it? Give him the mic. No, I want to be able to read it, brother. I want him to read it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what she's gonna say.
No, yeah, I'm reading it. It's
Read what it says.
a group of stars form.
No, not constellation, consolation. Consolation, like to console somebody. Give me the definition in the Oxford, yeah. So that's where I looked it up at.
This is the Oxford Dictionary definition. Consolation, the comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment.
Read it again.
Consolation, the comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment.
So now, the scripture says, destruction or woe unto you that are rich, because you have received your consolation. So let's get into it for just a quick minute. Read the definition of consolation one more time.
The Oxford Dictionary definition: consolation, the comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment.
So now, the loss, they lost the covenant. They lost the blessing. They're disappointed. That's why they're angry. They didn't get the blessing. Remember, when Esau didn't get the blessing, he wanted to kill Jacob.
Right.
what you don't understand and what people outside of the truth don't understand is that the Most High is giving us the insight to the actual nature and the thought pattern of these devils, man. He wants to kill you because he's disappointed. What's the other word?
Comfort received by a person after a loss.
A loss. He lost the blessing. You understand? He knows that his time is short.
Right.
So he's already had his consolation. He already had his time to rule. He had an opportunity to do right in power. He didn't see no value in it. Just like he didn't see no value in his birthright that he sold it for a morsel of red, uncooked meat. That tells you all you really need to know about this devil. But what we want you to understand is that you're the primary victim. You're the one that's murdered. You're the last hired and the first fired. Ask all of them sisters that was Elon Musk fired. 350,000 black women, mostly in the government, were fired. Primarily in Maryland and Virginia, but all across the country. Because they, you know what they did? They looked at the race of all the employees and they picked those departments that had the most black. And of course, the black woman had been she was set up because the black man kicked out the house and the black woman is the most educated person in America. Per capita is the black woman. But they took her job. Now, what's she gonna do now?
Right.
She better run back to the black man if she's smart.
Damn right.
She better come into the Isupk.
That's right.
Because the devil, and one of the things that we're trying to show here tonight is the economic system that they've placed us under is a punishment from God. And the only way that we can get up out of it is to return to him. He's our savior. Besides him, there is no savior. Of course, he's sending Christ and the 200 million angels, of course. But it's the Most High that's going to give them angels and Christ the power.
That's right.
It's him that's going to give them the instructions. Understand? Christ and the angels made the weaponry at the behest of the Most High. And they're going to put it to use. So read that scripture one more time. 6 and 24, then we're going to close it out.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, right. 25. Read 24 and 25. The water for that. I almost forgot about 25.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
You already got your payment. Mm-hmm. You consoled. You understand me? You got yours already. Mm-hmm. You said you wanted yours now. Well, you got it.
Right.
You have no part in the kingdom. You got your consolation now. You understand? Now let's read 25.
Come. Verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
You full. You living off the fatness of the earth.
Damn right.
Boy, you eating the best food. You understand? You sniffing the best drugs. You know what was funny the other night? What's the brother in Philly that does all the stories? He brings all the stories to Commander Juliana.
Officer
Yediah. Let's give a hand to Officer Yediah, man. He said, he brought out that when they killed Charlie Kirk, they have this Leviticus website. I forgot what they called it. Grinding, that's it. He said that at the place where they held Charlie Kirk's funeral, that the website Grinding, what's the word, broke down because of so many. Yeah. Looking for what General Muhammad said, ding-a-ling. And Commander Juliana said, booty. The Grinding website crashed. That's it. That's why. Yeah. They brought it out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's you. These are the what do they call them? Evangelical Christians, the right wing Republicans. They broke. What's the name of it again? Grinding. Yeah, dang. That should sound evil. I mean, when we was kids, we used to grind at the little house parties and stuff like that, and that was fun. But their grinding is different. You understand what I'm saying? Their grinding is different. Listen, y'all. All we need to do, right, is to come into the truth and learn the things that Commander General Yohana has taught us,
Right.
which the Most High in Christ has taught him
That's
in the school and the men above him that are no longer here. And this is how it's always been done from the time of Moses until the time of Christ. They set up schools. That's another class that I got for you in the School of the Prophets. I teach it every year. Understand? They set up schools and they taught the people. It's never going to change. You understand? That was one of the last commands that Christ gave. Go and teach all the nations, meaning the Israelites in every nation. That's what it was talking about. All right? Israel is the primary victim, but we also get the victory and the kingdom.
That's right.
I was going to get into that. Maybe we'll do part 2 next week. Maybe. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Preaching Officer Mashar. Thank everybody once again. Remember, let's get those likes up. Yeah, there's a Ron Paul. Paul, let's get the likes up. Like the video, okay? And continue to come to class and to pay attention to what we're teaching here, because we are teaching the truth of the Bible for our people. And guess what? It's free.
Right.
With that, I say shalom. The water for tuning in. Let's clap it up.
All right, security announcements. We are the Isupk at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, be the Feast of Purim, it's like will be the day of Purim happening March 2nd and 3rd. Get with your camp leader to find out more information. Remind Argument Aquathin to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. It's like it. If a brother wishes to be a trooper in the school, then you start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, I majim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Sar, turn to face the teacher. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute unto our teacher. Men of Israel, Ma'at Shabbat, Amajim, Barak.
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
That's Matah, hands down. Sar, turn to face the sisters. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute unto our sisters. Men of Israel, Ma'at Shabbat, Amajim, Barak.
Yahweh Shema Alathon Ba'ashem outside.
Yaj Matah, hands down. Class dismissed.
Outside, correct.